So I want to make another video regarding the ability to influence whether you move forward or basically cancel your recovery on certain moves and change your spacing. Now, something interesting that I found out is that you can actually do it on shoulder, but you can't do it with forward, only with back. So if you do medium punch and then uh, medium punch shoulder, like close medium punch shoulder, and then you go for Kara overhead, it doesn't work. As you can see, the combo doesn't actually connect. But if you tap back during your animation, you'll end up at a different position. So now it works. So it's a little weird. So when you do it, right, if you look at the can, it's almost identical. Almost. But you're one step back at the end. I fucked up. My bad. So as you can see, that actually works if you tap back during the middle of your shoulder. So there's a couple other things that I want to showcase. And that's that you can influence the area in which you occupy after a close standing medium kick or crouching medium kick activation. So if he's blocking low and you do normal activation, that's what it looks like. You cover the entire can with your back leg, right? Now, if you hit back, you'll notice that he's slightly forward where you can see the back of the can behind his foot. So you can actually use this as an overhead setup. So if you hold back during your animation, oops, sorry, it stopped blocking. If you hold back during your animation, it cancels it and puts you at the proper spacing for this. Now, if you just do this, it doesn't normally connect if you're right up close. It's just out of range for a secondary connection. It still hits, and it looks like it'll combo, but it doesn't. So you can influence and change the recovery by holding forward as well. So now, instead of being at a position where the entire thing is covered, his back foot is slightly forward. So I canceled the recovery of the Ganesian activation there with a forward tap. And it gives me different positioning, as you can see with the back of the can showing behind the foot. Now that's not the spacing you need to be in order to connect. You need to be at a slightly further back spacing. Like right there. With just the front of the can showing under your knee. So you can do this with crouching medium kick as well. So if I do close standing crouching or close crouching medium kick into activation, you'll see that I barely am pushed back, right? Where if I move forward, the can is completely visible. So now the pant leg is barely touching the can after I cancel the animation with forward. And if I don't cancel the animation again, it covers it. So this is other implications, and you can do 1, 2, 3 activate and change your spacing. So if you do 1, 2, 3 activate and don't press anything, the back of your shoe is touching the edge of the can where the blue and the silver meet. If you tap back during your animation, your pant leg is actually going over that area. So you get a little bit further back, right? So this means that you can take one step back, or you should be able to take one step back at this range and get overhead into whatever. So if you tap back and then tap back again, you get your overhead set up. Oops, I got dash instead. So you actually, if you hold back and then tap back, that should do it. Oops. You can't do back and overhead at the same time. You'll just get close standing medium punch or far standing medium punch. But let's hold forward or tap forward this time. So when you tap forward, it gives you a little bit. It moves you a little bit forward during your animation. So you're canceling the ending of the animation with activate. Because again, your pant leg touches the silver lining, like the very back of your pant. The back of your shoe is just under the silver part as well. Now, when you tap forward during your animation again, as you can see, I'm halfway up the can. So this depends on when you're actually canceling your animation. So it works off of close standing medium kick, crouching medium kick. It also works off shoulder, right? Because shoulder puts me at that positioning, where if I just do shoulder activate, it gives me the exact same positioning. So I canceled it at the wrong time. Didn't get it that time. Because if you hold forward, you get it, but you're more likely to take a step. So you need to tap it, which is really messed up. But it is what it is. So it's a little bit forward, not much, but it is cancelable because you're canceling the activation of Ganejin, and you can take an early step as well, which is what you're supposed to be doing off of this. But that's not as useful. It's mostly the getting it off of crouching medium kick or close standing medium kick. It's interesting. It's not game breaking, but it's just something you can screw around with.